The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello everyone, my name is Jordanka and I'm Marketing Manager at FTS Data Sense. Our company, FTS, is committed to helping businesses fulfill their digital transformation journey, as well as find the best possible IT solution for their specific requirements. Today we are happy to start our series of webinars dedicated to several different advanced analytics solutions. We decided to begin with a webinar about advanced analytics for transport and logistics, as we do have several customers with the solution. And now, as we and you are more and more eager to learn and see more insights about advanced analytics for transport and logistics, I will present Tsanka Markova. She will be presenting the solution. Just one more thing, your microphones are muted because we don't want additional noise during the presentations. And as if you do have any additional questions, please send them via email after the webinar. Also, after closing your webinar session, you will receive a short survey, and please do fill it after the end of the webinar. Okay, we are ready to start. Over to you, Tsanka.
Hello, everybody. Just a few words about me. My name is Tsanka Markova. I work for FTS Bulgaria, and I'm proud to be a Microsoft Data Science professional. As Jordanka already mentioned, a few words about FTS. I'd just like to add some more about FTS in order for you to be aware of our expertise. So we, as a company, we have 25 years of IT experience with a focus on ERP, CRM, and BI solutions. We're proud to serve more than 3,300 clients with different products and have dedicated teams of certified professionals, both consultants and programmers. And our focus has been on industries like retail, wholesale, services, and of course, transport and logistics. Today, I will try to show you the basics of our advanced analytics solution for transport and logistics. Some of the slides will be just to show you the challenges that we are trying to solve and the building blocks of the solutions. And afterwards, we'll switch to a live demo of where we would like to show you how you would act and how we will be able to see the functionality of advanced analytics in action. Okay, so every industry faces its own challenges. Some of the challenges are common for most of the industries, some are specific. Speaking about transport and logistics, we have tried to identify the three major challenges that the companies working in this segment have. So for sure, the biggest challenge is that we are required to be profitable as a company. And worse, we are required to have growing profitability. This requirement comes from our shareholders. But at the same time, we face as companies challenges like high fuel prices and very demanding and costly environmental regulations, which for sure influence on the bad side to our profitability. The second thing is that our customers, their behavior has changed, their requirements towards us as companies have changed. They are more demanding, their satisfaction depends on our accuracy and our response time. And because we are living in a data-driven times, our customers, being data enabled, they for sure require online information throughout the whole process of providing the service to them. And related to this, the transport and logistic companies, they face an issue that they have a lot of unskilled employees for different types of functions in the company, but at the same time, new technologies and new processes have to be adopted by those unskilled employees. Therefore, we are facing the challenge how to do this adoption more easy and safe, and that's why that's where we can help. For sure, if we were living in a perfect world, the cost structure of the company would be clear. All factors that influence the cost would be identified and clear. We'll be able to track them. We will be able to use what-if scenarios to have transportation planning. All of our processes would be optimized, and intelligent apps would work and would be used in different places in our company. Our customers would be served in time using, for instance, artificial intelligence or cognitive computing, and different bots would be there helping them, and we'll use predictive maintenance for doing different types of fleet operations. Our solution does not solve all of these things, for sure. We cannot promise you that these things that we will get all those things that are typical characteristics of the perfect world. However, using our advanced analytics solution, for sure your companies would be able to have increased visibility of the performance, and the companies have the ability to spot the trends and to act rather than react. What are the building blocks of advanced analytics solution for transport and logistics? So starting from here, this is the first building block for sure is data. These are your data. These are different data from different sources like structured, unstructured, data that are either on-premise or in the cloud. It doesn't matter. We are the guys that can fetch those data, can extract them and put them in a staging area where to clean those data and to transform them in order those data to be available, and we to build nice and meaningful data marts and data warehouses. This is our job. Then we use Power BI for data visualization. So you as a client of this solution to be able to have nice, interactive, meaningful reports and analysis that can be run on any device in your browser or on your smartphone, in order to make the solution really advanced, really intelligent, to give more intelligence to the business intelligence. We have added also some predictive models for forecasting, for instance, the cost. And based on this, our solution actually can give calls to action. It can make you you'll be able to execute actions based on these forecasts that are from the machine learning and based on the trends that you'll be able to see in the Power BI visualizations. So as I promised, there won't be a lot of things on as slides, so let us switch to a live demo. Of course, I will not show you the technical things, how we build the data marts, how we extract things, because these are technical. They are not interesting things. We will focus on the the front end side of the solution, showing some BI reports and analysis and some machine learning models in action. So I'm sorry. Okay. So we are currently in Power BI. I assume most of you have heard about this product of Microsoft, which is part of the whole stack of Microsoft products for business intelligence and analytics. It's a really very powerful solution with a lot of functionalities, but anyhow, those functionalities are not part of today's webinar. We are working actively with Power BI and really love the product. So here is, let us open one Power BI report, which is part of our advanced analytics solution. The Power BI report is with demo data and anonymized demo data. And imagine that you are a company that has 4 fleets, and you would like to track in your company different KPIs like your financial result per day per fleet, the days that you utilize your resources, the number of trucks that you're using. You know, here the number of trucks is pretty small, but anyhow, these are demo data. You would like to know, of course, the average kilometers per day that that your resources do, and of course, things like net revenue per kilometer, AdBlue expenses per kilometer, road and toll taxes per kilometer, business trips taxes, etc., etc. And all of this to be available to you in real time, to be fast, to be easy to be understood, to be easily worked with. So imagine that I would like to track the information about just one of my fleets. So just by clicking my fleet, I have the information how my revenue for this fleet for the selected period of time has changed. So obviously fleet number 1 has a very strong march in terms of net revenue, and the next 2 months are very, very bad. Is it the same situation for instance, for a fleet number 3? Let us check. No, it's not the same. So just by clicking the fleet number, I have this information about the time intelligence, about the net revenue, and I see the KPIs that are important for me for this fleet. So what is the status for whether there is a growth compared to the previous year for net revenue, whether financial result there is a growth compared to previous revenue, etc., etc. I might be interested in those parameters only, for instance, for 2 months. Let's select August and September. So did I select it? Yes. So you can easily track all those KPIs per fleet and for the selected period of time just by clicking the 2 columns, and thus you see that for these 2 months you have a very, very nice growth of the net revenue compared to the previous years, but the financial result is not, there is no growth there, most probably because you haven't managed to optimize the costs. Okay, but these are data are based on, summarized data by fleet. We are able from here to go and to drill through and have the fleet details. We are currently selected fleet number 3. So let's see what are the top clients for this fleet for the selected periods of time. What are the top destinations for this fleet, and what is the revenue for the selected period period of time per destination? Is there growth? How many number of files we have served for this period of time? What are the from and to countries that were served? And we are even able to go to details per trip and per file number. So from here, I'm able to go and see the details for the selected fleet. So for the selected trip. So here I see that it is for one customer, and it contains two files, and I can see the financial results per file and as a total for the trip. If I am interested in this selected fleet, and I'd rather see the results for my customer number, rank number 3, for instance. So let's see its financial results, and how many trips we had for this customer, and what is the revenue and the financial result for this selected customer. So as you can see, it's really easy and it is user-friendly to be able to see details that are available just by clicking one or another field. Okay, you may ask why there is no growth revenue here, because the customer obviously was not served in the previous year, and therefore there are no such data for this. Here you have a comparison between the revenue for the selected fleet and for the selected period, for comparing the revenue from this year and compared to the previous one. If I'm interested in just one destination, again, things are easy. Just click the destination and you have the information about the top 10 customers for this destination and for the selected fleet. And you have the information about the file number, the financial result, the revenue, the expenses, and all of this available here, and to see it just with one glimpse. Okay, so let's go back and to our initial page where we started our journey in our advanced analytics solution. So here we are just looking at the fleet analysis, and as you could see, we are able to see different KPIs important for our company, and we are able to see, for instance, what is the net revenue. And from here we can see that fleet number 1 provides 70% of our net revenue, and more than 50% comes from fleet number 2. Okay, that's interesting, but maybe we would like to compare those figures with the budget that we have for our company. And just by clicking the button above, we are able to see those KPIs compared to the budget. Please please know that these figures are demo figures, so they may not be very consistent, but anyhow the information is there. So for instance, you have an increase, so you have the average kilometers per day per fleet, and you see that compared to the budget, you have practically fulfilled the budget for this KPI. From here, you're able to see that your budget was for the year was to have an average kilometers per day for 320 kilometers, and you have fulfilled the budget by 6%, which is good, and that's why you are here on green. The same applies to the KPI revenue euro in kilometers for compared to the budget, etc. So the information is there and it's available for analysis. Of course, some statistics are also interesting. If you are, for instance, you see how your KPIs have moved per fleet, but maybe there are different other characteristics that might influence the behavior and your result in terms of net revenue and profitability. That's why we have built here several statistics to show you how whether there is a correlation between the fuel expenses and the months. The same for AdBlue and the same for additional expenses. So if you just click, for instance, here fleet number 1, you'll have this information visualized for fleet number 1. And at the same time, I can see what are my KPIs for fleet number 1 for the selected period of time, and based on the type of trucks that were used by that fleet. So therefore, I'm able to see from this box plot here, I can compare the fuel expenses for the selected period of time for the selected fleet, but based on the information, based on the year when the trucks were produced. The purpose was to see, is there a correlation between the year when the truck was produced, that means whether you're using new or old trucks, whether this somehow correlates with your fuel expenses. So if I select, for instance, Volvo here, I can see that practically there is no big difference in the average of the fuel expenses per year of production. But let us select, I don't remember whether this was the case. For instance, if I see again Volvo, but for another, let me take a look at this. Yeah. I believe there was one of the fleet where there was a significant difference between the, yes, here, as you can see, there is a significant difference in the average of fuel expenses between old trucks and new trucks. I'm not an expert there. Maybe data are wrong, or maybe there is really a correlation if you are using new trucks for specific destinations, that some of the fuel expenses there are higher for new trucks compared to old trucks. That is something that you as specialists can say whether it's correct or no. But anyhow, those demo data show this correlation. And based on this thing, and we thought that maybe we'll try to build a machine learning model that to be able to advise us what is the best, for instance, truck to be used for a specific destination, for a specific and for a specific duration. So let me try to show you what we have made. So let's first, let me show you, I'm sorry. Let me show you the final result, and then I'll show how the model was built. So as you can see, the machine learning model forecasting the result can be used directly into Excel, and we can also embed it into Power BI. But here, because it is better, you can get the perception of this of using machine learning models in Excel in a better way. That's why we present it here. So imagine that we have to have a trip that is to be executed. Okay, maybe I was told that there is an issue with the presentation of this screen, so maybe we can try doing something else. What about it? Okay. So here in our Excel file, so imagine that we have to plan a business trip. A trip that is to be performed in October this year, and we have several types of trucks that are available. And that can be used for this trip, and there is the different those trucks are produced in different years, and we would like to have to plan our trip for a duration of 10 days, and approximately the total kilometers for the trip is estimated to be 4,000. So we have built a machine learning model which is available directly from your Excel. And what we do is just select our data here and say, okay, please, machine learning model, please predict me what the total cost for fuel would be for if I use this type of truck produced this year, and it is important to see that here I'm saying, okay, this trip might be served by different departments in my organization. So so please tell me what are going to be the costs based on my department, this or that. And as you can see, these are the figures for the average Euro per kilometer costs for fuel, based on the usage of the brand of the different type of truck and based on the type of department that will handle the trip. Okay, so let's try different things. So let's say, okay, is it the same? From here, I can say that my department number 13 is doing really bad things. I mean, obviously, historically, its trips were with high fuel costs, and therefore the model predicts high fuel costs if the trip is to be used and be executed by this department. So let's see whether this is valid if the trip is with a shorter duration. So let's say that we would like to predict the fuel costs for a trip, again in the same period of time, again using one of these trucks produced in one of these years, but for different duration of the trip. So let's put it here, okay, like this. And let us ask again the machine learning to predict the cost for these trips. As you can see, practically this difference between the different departments is not that much, not that big. So obviously this department is doing okay when you are working with shorter trips, and department number 4 is better to be used for longer trips. How actually this model was produced? I mean, maybe it will be interesting for you. So the model, we have provided some sample data here. We have loaded fueled our data model with some sample data. And using this sample data, we have trained our model to be able to forecast the fuel costs. Then the interesting part here is that based on our historical data, the model has provided us a valuable information about the weight of each of our features that we use. So for sure, when in our model, based on our historical data, the fuel cost depends mostly on the total number of kilometers that the trip is going to be, then on the department that is going to serve this trip, then on the period in which month this would be, and then on the duration of the trip. Whether the truck is produced in one or another year, at least based on our historical data in this data model, this information about the year of production of the truck has an influence, but this influence is not that big compared with the other features. So if we go back to our presentation, just a recap of what our advanced analytics solution for transport and logistics can give to your company. For sure, it will combine data sources, because in every company there are a lot of data sources, and we'll be able to combine those different data sources in one single data model that will give you this needed visibility of your performance. For sure, this reporting and advanced analytic solution will eliminate the costs that you have for different employees that spend, for instance, half a day or 1 day per month for doing periodic management reporting. That can be automated, as you saw, and this is really a significant cost reduction. Even more important, the advanced analytics solution will enable you as end users to analyze data and to see trends and to ask questions and to receive answers either from the advanced analytics reporting, or from when you see a trend that you don't, or when you see a trend or figure that just rings the bell, you could ask your employees to dig inside and to find what has influenced this KPI to be with this value. And for sure, using these machine statistics functions in Power BI and using the machine learning model for for cost forecasting, you'll be able to see what are the cost and revenue drivers, and take the needed actions, to increase the profitability of your company. So I really hope that we were not boring, and the solution, that the presented solution was interested for you. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. On the screen, you can see our website and the email that you can use for contacting us. We will be glad to answer the questions and to give you really more detailed presentations, or provide proof of concepts in your companies. Thank you.
Thank you, Dzanka. And thanks everybody for your time and for your attention. I'll make sure that I'll do a short follow-up to all the registrants for today's webinar, and see if you have any additional questions, or for example, if you would like to receive more information, even a price indication about the solution. So thank you for attending our first webinar about advanced analytics, and have a great day.